Right. Hi, everybody. Um, Welcome to my first video, kind of. It's been a while since I posted a video. Um, lots, lots have happened since then. So I have decided, instead of sitting here bored, thinking about how could I tomorrow. I was like, why not do it now? This one little step. I'm already talking to myself inside my head. I'm already talking to myself like, you know, just talking to myself. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy, right? Because I don't answer myself. I guess I just did. But I guess I'm aware. So that makes me not crazy. So I guess that's my biggest fear when I do this is that people will watch this and be like, this bitch is crazy. So, um, so I don't really know what I should talk about. I guess maybe I could do this like a hangout video so you can like get to know me and have fun, I guess. I guess okay, so I guess maybe I'm in a spiritual journey in my life right now. I'm in a moment of this is my time, right? This is my moment to shine. And that wasn't an orb, that was a hair. I have a very, very long hair cat. And I lose my hair. You know, they say one of the symptoms of having the coronavirus is that you lose lots of hair. I definitely lost a lot of hair recently. I don't know if it's stress. It could very well be stress. I mean, look at everything that's going on. I live like downtown Madison, on top of like everything. So I have seen the protest. I've heard the protest. So and I oh God, so much I want to say. The thing is about the things that I want to say. Things. The thing is, I can, I can, like today's social climate, today's society. Everyone's so afraid of everything. You're afraid. I'm afraid. I'm terrified. And honestly, like I don't have much to lose. Right now I'm at rock bottom and I'm still afraid. Here I like to keep my mind open to all possibilities because as I was saying, I'm kind of in a spiritual journey. Right. I'm kind of in a moment, I'm at an impasse. But not I'm at a not impasse. I feel like I'm in an impasse because I don't have the resources to achieve my dreams, even though what I want to do could very well be achievable. And if I was intelligent and wasn't so compulsive at times, um, everything would be easy, But the thing is about changing your mindset when you're in a spiritual awakening, and as well as having mental health issues, sometimes you really start to think that you're fucking crazy. Does that person really? I don't know. Should I talk to them? Does this person write like me? Is this even worth talking to? Because I feel like I can't talk to people. I have no one to just talk to. And I guess that sucks. I work with babies. I have great babies. They're hard. And I feel very, very unappreciated. But I do love my job. But I like doing it by myself. Because, having to, engage with an adult is much more draining than having to engage with babies. And I have so much I want to say, and I'm always afraid that I'm going to sound crazy. But it's just like this instinct inside of my soul that's telling me that this stuff is true. That you need to start questioning everything. Question everything. We take things as source value, at face value, right? It was from the New York Times. It has to be true. Their opinion matters because that's what the collective believes. And that's what I have to believe. Mm-mm. Oh, I have to watch Fox News because that's true what they're saying about the coronavirus. That's what true they're saying about what's happening with China. I don't know. Or possibly Lebanon. I could be saying that wrong. I'm sorry. I'm very ignorant. That's what I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to. So when I was in high school, I was obsessed with the Gilmore Girls. I wanted to be Rory. I was really hoping when I started watching it, like Lorelai became like my mom because it could have been a reality, but that was me. You know, having my own dialogue on the show was very cathartic because my mom could have sober up and been that for me. My brother, could have, the thing is about my childhood is like I really don't remember my brother. I know he did things for me, but I don't remember him. Really don't remember any of my childhood. But I remember Gilmore Girls. And sorry, off topic, my brain. So this is like another thing. I do believe, that we are cyborgs, partially. We are so attached to screens. Little bits are frequencies, cell towers, 5G. There's frequencies that can be emitted to possibly change your neurons in your brain to think differently. And then they realize that perhaps gives off, I don't believe this. These are just hypotheses. Like, it's just fun to think about, right? But, these are the thoughts that come into my head. And I don't know what it is. Like, my thoughts are always so chaotic and it's hard to focus on one particular thought. So I ramble. But at the end of the day, I can do what I need to do. Right, okay. Everyone is so afraid. Like, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of saying this and that, I have so many devices in my home that could be listening to me. I know they can't really necessarily do anything about it, but they could be listening. And that scares me. I do it anyways. It's not like I'm that scared. I have nothing to hide. I have absolutely nothing to hide. What I'm going to do? Nothing. They numb you. Mental illness. What is something that is common with mental illness? Conspiracies about the government? Very common. And I like Tucker Carlson. He's funny. He's a funny guy. His commentary is very nice. The Rory Gilmore bit. I wanted to be Rory Gilmore, so I wanted to be a political journalist. I wanted to go in there not knowing anything about anything. Just the stuff I see on the news and not knowing how to do this and that. And you realize when you go into college that when you don't have the professors, the teachers, who are willing to help guide you. And I guess, we would talk about, I just didn't even know where to start because in my high school, we were taught reading comprehension. I don't remember any source of grammar in my school. Not one. I lied. We had this class where you had to write papers. But you shouldn't sit and really talk about syntax and pronouns and adjectives and verbs and adverbs. We weren't taught any of that. At least I wasn't. I did move around quite a bit and, my kitty's out in early elementary school, but I did stay consistently at the same place after fifth grade. So, anyways, Tucker, he said, people who are crazy are oftentimes the one closest to reality. Not verbatim, but he said something very similar to that. And this has always been my fear when I've been quote unquote manic, right? Because I was diagnosed with bipolar. Hey Kanye, fuck, I hate my life. Yo, I love Kanye though. I keep a Kanye. I keep this right here. He my homie. Sorry, you got the milk stain though. Anyways, sometimes you just come to these realizations. You know, one thing about mania for me is, yeah, I do get the cleaning. I do want to go Goodwill, my compulsions, as I was mentioning. I have little things like that. But my little compulsions is getting a chicken or going to Goodwill. It's not like my compulsion is buying like a presidency, you know? No hate. I love Kanye. I understand Kanye. For what I've seen, you know. Anyways, Kim, if you leave him, you're a bitch. Straight up, you're a fucking cunt. Sorry, babe. You're gorgeous. I don't think you've had much plastic surgery done. Your other sisters, like, okay, Kendall, girl, you a babe. I want to be you. You're so cool. Anyways, I was really sad when I did realize that you had some work done. And that's not maturing, honey. You should see how I matured. You should see, honey, I understand. Literally, first time I went to a bar after my ex and I, oh God, I have so much to tell you. I ran into this guy from high school. And, you know, you have to realize that people who I was associated with in high school, he ran into me. He's like, girl, you glowed up. He didn't say it to the girl I was with, though. And I know that made her jealous. He was like, I thought you were a lesbian. I was like, why? He's like, you always had short hair. I'm like, I had one bad haircut. And then, you know, when you have short, it was short, honey. It was short. When you go that short, it's hard to, come here, girl. It's hard to make up for it, right? I had Justin Bieber hair. Yeah, it was not cute. Anyways, I also said I had fairy ears, which I actually took as a compliment, and then people told me that's not. I was like, why? Who doesn't want to be a fairy? Who are you? But anyways, he's like, you glowed up. I sure did. Anyways, off topic. Kanye, you great. Kim, stay with him when we straight. Holla. But people, there's this collective that's afraid of being a good person. What does it take to be a good person? What does it take to be knowledgeable? What does it take to try to educate the people around me, try to influence the people around me, and help motivate for a better future? And I appreciate that. I truly, truly appreciate that. But like I said, we take things as source and face value. Where do I get that information from? Is it NPR? Is it PBS? Is it C-SPAN? Or is it propaganda? Paid publications that are pushed to motivate incentives and to encourage the masses for one particular view, right? This is the story. This is exactly what happens. This is verbatim everything. Because there's no such thing as paraphrasing. taking words out of context, not giving the full interview, not expressing the body language, right? You should not trust the government. I mean, I don't. I guess it's not, I guess I trust the government. I don't trust politics. Because our Constitution is what we base everything on, right? But everything is up to interpretation, apparently. I don't understand the Constitution. Um, but I love America. I loved what I grew up in, you know, with the people around me. My grandpa Dale was a Vietnam War vet, deployed. Not deployed, deployed. Deployed. I meant, I'm saying deported, obviously, kind of, in a way, um, but drafted. So many D words, right? um, drafted. He was drafted. Um, his Purple Heart. You know, he smokes hella cigarettes. Straight up Aryan blue eyes. Um, I got the Pink Eye song in my head right now. Um, fuck you. It's really stuck in my head. Um, yeah, he used to drag race. He's a cool guy. I mean, he's not my cup of tea, right? Um, very, very redneck. And then we have my other grandparents that I grew up with. Let's just say if there's a storm, my grandpa's out taking down the flag. He's a part of the American Legion. You know, he loves his country. He loves being with the people. He was also on honor flight. He's a great guy. He just had his 80th birthday yesterday, and he's out chopping down trees and cutting up wood because he lives in Iowa. I'm from Iowa, so I am. I'm looking at this from a small town girl, right? We had about, maybe at the time I was living there, I think about 25,000. Um, in I'm not culturally experienced. I never had many friends. So when I say things, it's literally based off of my, what I just believe. So when I say things, everyone is equal. Everyone. I look at you and I see a soul. I don't see a vessel. You're a vessel that contains a soul that's been traveling through this universe for, I don't even want to say a beginning of time because time is always, not I want to say time because time is just a concept, but living around life, being energy, putting that energy out into the universe. You are a soul. You are a being inside of a vessel that was put on this journey for a reason. And I believe that wholeheartedly. I don't believe in soul contracts. That can get very, very, very tricky. Because there is this, I don't believe in soul contracts. I do not believe that your soul has this one path. I don't necessarily believe in twin flames. I don't believe in karmic love. I guess I believe in karma. Um, definitely. But I feel it's more energy. I don't think there can be positive energy, and I don't think there could be negative energy. The same energy it takes for you to create those thoughts, it could be positive. It's in your mind. I do believe that you can manifest through your thoughts, but I don't. I don't. And I think words that you speak out. I think the words that you speak out is what really releases your energies. Um, I guess that could be a whole different other topic. I forgot what I'm even talking about. But yeah, I don't trust politics. I don't think it's the government that's tapping into your phones, into your devices, into your webcams. I don't think it's the government. I mean, in a way it is, because, I mean, they're federally ran, right? I'm going to look into what that means. Is there a difference? Can someone help educate me? I understand, because how is the FBI government when it's, I want to be taught. Teach me. You know, I have lots of questions, lots of things, lots of, you know, things that just go through my head. I want to get them out. I need to get them out, because I don't trust this coronavirus. I don't trust this election, this Pizzagate. Honey, oh my God, do not get me started. Oh, buddy. You know, people say Alex Jones was a nut. He's playing a character. He's playing a character, right? He's getting the message out to those who matter, right? At least he's getting the message out. People can view them as, oh, crazy. And what do they do to crazy people? They medicate, electric shock treatments, right? You think the government's listening into you, and you're so paranoid schizophrenic, right? I think the government's after me. You're crazy. You're manic. You think these pills that we're giving you to change the structure of your brain, not the structure, but the chemical balances inside of your brain, we're giving these to you admittedly, changing your brain, but it's not mind control. No, it's not mind control. We're just gonna numb you. Oh, we're not, let's try this dosage for another week. Let's try it for another month and see if your body adjusts to it. You know, it takes 6 weeks. Sometimes it takes 12 weeks. Oh, but you're going to gain weight. And even though that's something that you're working on, you're going to be tired. You're not going to have energy to do what you need to do. Oh, you feel good? Oh, you feel free. You feel liberated. You feel like the universe is there for you, and that you are the universe, and you feel like you're breathing in the stars, and you're experiencing this magical journey. Oh, you're manic. Oh, sorry, honey. You think you have the capabilities of being a president? You think you have the capabilities of being the greatest rapper that's ever lived? Ah, no. You're manic. You're just tired of feeling that numb. You're tired of not feeling. Feeling sad is at least feeling something. Feeling that the universe is on my back, having me, supporting me. No. Even though that's what's helping you grasp reality, even though that's what's helping you believe that there's a purpose to live. No. Sorry. It's mental health. It's mental health, honey. You need to take Xanax. You need to take Lamictal. You need to take Abilify. You need to take Seroquel. Oh, you can't sleep? Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Here, have some Ambien. Oh, you can't be awake? Oh, here's some Adderall. Actually, do they do that? Do they ever give you anything to help you be awake? Do they do that? Oh, they did. They did do that, didn't they? They gave you stuff to make you feel real good. They gave you stuff that opened your mind to a creative experience, and they opened your mind to losing your ego and not realizing that the man need to be in charge. When you look around, everything is beautiful, everything is sparkling, you feel alive. Oh, you're losing weight and you don't have to eat as much? You're staying up and you're able to complete that doctrine? Hmm, that's illegal. That's not good. That's not good for society. No, no. But hey, do you know what's a good idea? Let's pray on the weak. Let's pray on the people who are broken. Let's look into middle class families now, poverty families. And here's the thing, I am a single mom, right? I make $13.50 an hour. I am a daycare worker. I'm an essential worker. I have worked. Oh, don't get me started. I have worked during this whole process, right? I have worked this whole process. As a day, I worked for doctors, well, not really, but yes. You know, okay, move on. What was I even talking about? See? Frequencies. But I'm crazy if I say this out loud. Hmm. They feed. They feed it to you. They feed the weak even more of a weakness. Oh. Oh, and you oh your dad was a criminal? Sorry. Oh, you filed bankruptcy. Oh, sorry. You have credit to analyze what we spend our money. We have ways to track everything, right? Your ancestry. You can track where you. I don't know. My thoughts are just kind of crazy right now. So, are you gonna feed into fear? Right? I don't want to anymore. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of living ashamed. I'm afraid that right now that if you see my double chin because I'm not at that angle anymore, you guys don't want to watch me. But at the same time, if you can look at someone who is fake, someone who's obviously not real, I'm real, honey. You know, then I guess maybe this isn't gonna be the channel for you. I guess, you know, because I want to speak to those people who were fed by politics. Like I said, you have celebrities talking about how they do acid all the time. You hear these songs about coke and drugs, and it's like so easy for them to get it. They're successful, right? They can manage until they die. Oh, sorry. That's what happens when you know you abuse, right? So why is it that we could have so many people in jail? So okay, one story. Okay, all right. I guess maybe I should do some history on me in a little bit, right? God, I'm really not supposed to do this in here, but oh well. I'm 26. I'm a Gemini. Don't smoke, kids. Literally, politics. All my money goes to this. Like, I don't want to smoke. I hate smoking. I just can't. But I don't know what it is. It's like I don't even want to. Like, I don't have like draws to do it. It's just like I feel like I'm not in control when I actually do it. I don't know. Like it's an addiction, right? The people who have trauma. People who live in the trailer park, meth is very common in trailer parks. So is heroin. Because let's face it, the people who live in trailer parks are usually working in factories where it's hard, hard work. And then unfortunately the spiral happens when it just takes over their life and it consumes, right? Those guys just were looking for a way to make those days better. And I know it happened in my small little trailer park. So I can only imagine what happens at Pizza Gates, I can only imagine what people who are powerful, influential, can do. The power that they have over parents. Oh, yeah. This person takes an interest in my kid. My kid's that special. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. That's beautiful. I knew that they were going to have this grandiose life when I gave birth to them. I just knew. And I don't know if that's every woman who's ever given birth. I don't know if that's common, but I hear that expression a lot. And I can say from my own experience, I didn't have that. I don't expect my son to be anything. And I don't mean that in like a whole higher than thou way, but I'm so excited to just see who he turns out to be. Yes, do I want him to prove that the multiverse exists? Yeah. What mom doesn't, right? Is it possible, that I would like that my son has kind of somewhat of a life that I wish I had, where you don't want for much, but you have all that you need, like live off, I don't know. I just hope he's a cool kid. I hope that he's a really cool kid because he's already a great kid. So empathic, so beautiful, and so wonderful. And he is truly the greatest gift I've ever received in my life. So, these people are just trying to find ways to be numb. And unfortunately, they find it in, substances that destroys their minds. But it was once used, right, to help the mind. And I feel if things are done, everything in moderation, I don't necessarily believe that drugs should be legal. I just feel that if there is a problem, you should solve that problem. People are going to do drugs. Let's face it, people are going to do drugs. It's the way how society works. So why not, I don't want to say make it legal, because I feel like everything could be done properly. We already have methadone clinics. Those people are never going to get off that methadone. Never, honey. It takes the edge off, but they still fucking high, right? Dilaudid. I had someone try to sell me Dilaudid once. Who are you? What? I was 19 and I was living by myself. I lived in Clinton, Iowa, and it was a duplex, and I had this little family underneath that lived below me because I had the top floor, and they were cooking meth. There's this one time, little stupid old me over here. Oh, I need to go get some cold medicine for my daughter. Okay, I hear sneezing, I hear coughing. I'll help you out. I'll help you get it right. Oh, can you go get it for me? I don't have my ID. Okay, sure, for sure. But then, okay, I didn't put two together. Oh, you can only buy so much, stupid. And then they offered me, hey, have you ever smoked meth? Have you ever wanted to smoke meth? I got the hell up out of there. No. I'd be willing to do lots of things, but more of the multi-dimensional being stuff, you know. Um, yeah, but I do definitely believe that um, what's that fucking word? I'm blinking, dude. Oh my god. Institutionalized um, racism. You know, I do believe that systematic racism exists. They're very intelligent. They're so smart. The way how they target you, the way how, you know, they get you to be so weak and absent-minded and ignorant. And though I might seem very ignorant for saying that to you, because I admit I am ignorant, but I do have my core values that will not be swayed. You don't have to feed into this. You don't have to feed into propaganda. You don't have to feed into what the politics and the institutions are being paid to push propaganda and down your throat. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything. You have to educate people. Absolutely. Okay. I guess I don't. I should retort the. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to do anything. You do. You have to educate yourself first off, but don't look at just one side. Be educated on multiple sides because there's more than left and right sides, right? Granted, one side is all of them are influenced based around one particular side. Obviously, I mean, for having something that's extremely moderate, you know, I think that's very difficult. I think moderate is difficult. I believe I am pretty moderate. I do lean more towards the right, I suppose, when it comes to most things. Not particularly social. I do believe, you know, gay marriage. I do believe in racial equality. I am a feminist as well. Just because I do see men and women as equals, because once again, I look at people as a soul. I do not, and inside of a vessel, I do not look at the vessel in particular. I do feel that women and men definitely think differently, but that's also the way how politics conditioned each other. I would say that the way how I raise my son would be different than the way I would raise my daughter. If I'm, you know, just thinking about how I would be as a parent, I guess. Um, you know, yeah. Once again, I lost my train of thought. So, and yes, educate yourself. Look at all that. You know, I do read the New York Times and Daily Mail and NPR. I also fucking watch a lot of Alex Jones. I like David Icke. I think, honestly, Alex Jones and David Icke. No, that'd be too extreme. I would say possibly Elon Musk and David Icke. But Elon Musk scares me, as I feel like he is this savior, so to speak, for the elite people who are influencing politics. I mean, he has billions of dollars. I don't think that's enough, though. I don't think that's enough. Those billions, I think, is all of his capital, all of his investments, or is that just his own personal wealth? I don't know. I have to look into that. But seriously, how you're putting out 152 satellites a month or something like that. I'm talking about all this litter. How is that affecting? Can someone tell me how is it affecting gravity, the atmosphere? Are we littering space at this point? Are we so selfish to the point that we have to go out and populate and destroy other planets? Oh, it's a new fresh start. Is it though? History repeats itself. Obviously, we haven't learned anything even since the Egyptians, so why should we go be aliens ourselves? I don't know. I guess I'm weird. Because obviously, so he says AI is even more terrifying to me. Because, like I said, I believe in humanity. But the thing is, it's inevitable that all of this is going to happen. It's an inevitable fact that colonizing space is going to happen. AI is going to happen. Robots. It's already happening, right? It's already happening. So I really really hope that Elon is just like, he says humanity is very important to him, and that's what gives me a little bit of interest. Um, I guess is I mean, if it's done, I want it to be done well, right? Humanity needs to be number one, captain. But my fear is with AI, how can we have a soul if if we aren't going to even talk verbally? You know, how will a soul be presented? I'm really interested in seeing how a person becomes a person when AI becomes a way of life. I guess I believe in the multiverse, right? I believe that every single possibility out there is coming true. I believe that right now it is 8:02 instead of 7:02 in another multiverse. I believe that this is taking place in France instead of Wisconsin. I believe that I could be black, and I believe that instead of drinking Dr. Pepper right now, I made the choice to get Diet Pepsi. I think every action that you have does influence your future, and that terrifies me. And I think that's the reason why I've never actually taken the steps to grow into, the capabilities that I know I have. I've had a pretty tough ride these past couple of months. It's almost been a year. It's almost been a fucking year, and that's terrifying. It's so scary how fast time goes. And I've done nothing with my life. I've harvested all of these thoughts, and it's I've learned to accept them, and I don't let them affect me anymore. And I have to say, I am the most mentally conscious that I've been in all of my life, and I'm in a very, very good space. It's just I have so many outside factors that are hurting me. But the thing is that there's always everything always works out, and that's something I've always realized. Something always works out. So let's see. Sorry. So, I think what I'm saying through all of this is when they say when you're going through a spiritual awakening, you often come across crazy. But I've learned that crazy is just I don't know. I don't want to say propaganda, because obviously there's some people who are past double consciousness. It's realizing that your thoughts inside of your mind exist and the outside world exists. It feels when those thoughts overcome and there's no way out. I think that is when it is crazy. And right now I am perfectly aware that I hear cicadas chirping, buzzing, whatever the fuck they make. I feel the breeze from my fan. I know I have to go to work in the morning. I understand that there's this whole consciousness, but I also understand that there's this whole consciousness, and that it's not just me, it's the world around me. And I'm trying to understand the world. I'm trying to understand what this world wants from me and how can I help the world. So I guess that's my little story, and I'm just sticking to it. Okay, bye.